Okay, so I'm making a video for the second week in a row. How rare is that? Salutations everyone! Oh my god, that was like... Salutations everyone! My name is Beviraku, or in this case, Beviraku and Kale Hasa Suit. And today I'll be talking about my Minicon experience from 2022, which is this year. It happened just last week on Saturday, May 7th, I believe, or May 8th. It's either May 7th or May 8th. But it was a wonderful experience. I got to suit for the first time at a convention. Of course, using Kale Hasa's suit. This suit right here. Let me get ahead and scooch to the left of the screen. Kale Haas could be found right here on these socials. I'm going to leave it here for a little brief moment as I talk about what this video is about to be. So, this video is a combination between two videos. Originally, I was going to make a short Minicon video, but unfortunately, I didn't get enough footage. So, I decided to combine my con experience talk and the little montage video all into one. So, we're going to first start off with the con montage. It's like a little vlogging thing, etc. I had a few clips where I was talking to the camera, which is fine, I guess. I recorded it all on my phone because, you know, I can't record while being in fursuit because holding a DSLR is practically, how do I put it, difficult. So, alrighty then. Here's a Minicon montage. Salutations everyone, my name is Beviraku and today I am fursuiting a Minicon. Right now I'm literally in the closet because I have no idea how to fursuit and record at the same time. So this video will be a short video and a YouTube short. I'm just gonna record as many clips as possible and enjoy myself. See you around. Taking an elevator at a convention? Sounds like a real furry convention. Oh my god. I'm literally recording with my phone because my DSLR doesn't really have a wide angle. I need to get a new lens. now that that's over, it's time to talk about my Minicon experience from 2022. Overall, in summary, it was a great experience. Everyone was so friendly. I got so many people to take pictures with me, and it was just a splendid experience. Better than the first time I suited in the suit. The first time I suited in the suit, I was confined into one little space, but I got to free roam around the whole mall and basically interact with people, and that was the best experience I could ever get. So, starting off, I arrived at Minicon around 11:30, which was actually the start of the convention. The convention was from 11:30 to 6:30 p.m. and of course, it was a free convention because it's basically a prelude to a bigger convention called San Japan. Minicon is basically an anime-centric convention, though a lot of furries show up because anime and furries tend to correlate and overlap a bit. So, that happened. Once I arrived, I went to the ACFI table, which is a local convention here in San Antonio. Y'all should attend. And I went ahead and chilled there for a bit. I talked to the ACFI tabling coordinator, in which I suggested to ACFI because I staff ACFI. The ACFI table coordinator, Beviraku at the moment, is chill. I talked to him for a bit. He was like, okay, hi, I'm here, and I'm gonna be here all day. I'm like, okay, cool. So, I decided to go, hey, I'm gonna walk around the mall. So, right at the start of the convention, there wasn't that many people, but there were still a lot of people. I went ahead and walked around the mall twice, where I lapped around, and I saw two familiar faces. I saw Tiny Bunner and Mochi Berry. Yes, both of them on two of my paws because I cannot get enough of the tracking feature of Final Cut Pro. So Tiny Bunner is a nice friend of mine, and Mochi Berry is an acquaintance per se. Both of them were artists at Minicon, and they were selling their art. And I'll go ahead and link to them below because y'all should buy from them. They're great people, and overall, I feel that they give back to the community as much as they take in per se. Okay, so after I found those people, I went ahead and walked around still a bit, and I managed to get a few photos with people because, of course, who wouldn't want to take a picture with a sentient anthropomorphic dragon? I know I would want to take a picture with an anthropomorphic sentient dragon, so I do just that. Take pictures, and I go ahead and go back to ground zero at the ACFI table. Then I take a little tiny break where I take off the suit head and just vent out a bit. But by now, people are starting to arrive, so it's around 12:30, and I see several people from the Furmeets, which was great, and I managed to interact with them, enjoy myself, and overall, just have a fun time. Now, I decided to spread awareness of the nice Furmeets that go on that I organize every 4th Saturday now, because second Saturday kind of we split basically. So now I'm doing 4th Saturday, they're doing second Saturday, etc. Fun stuff. I'm not gonna go into detail with it, but yeah, I went ahead and talked about the 4th Saturday Furmeets. I wanted to interact with people, and some people generally wanted to come to these Furmeets, so I was like, okay, here's the socials for this Furmeet, and I went ahead and gave them the socials of the Furmeets. And then to contact them, I give them my socials, and of course, follow. Woo! I don't really care for followers, but it's a benefit. So after I give them the socials, they're like, okay, I'll be sure to attend. In fact, this Sunday, or when this video came out, it was last Sunday, on May 15th, that we are having a bowling Furmeet. So that was an upcoming event that I talked about how it's one of the bowling Furmeets I has happened in 6 months. It's like a big celebration because 6 months of Furmeets, especially after COVID. And I feel that a Furmeet was needed, so I went ahead and did a Furmeet. I do notice a bit that I go into tangent a lot, and I think that's what will make these videos unique, because I talk about things, the main idea of the topic, but then I go into tangents about other things. Whatever. So, after I talk about Furmeets for a bit, I decide to go, hey, I'm gonna walk around the mall again. So I do just that, and it turns out the con chair of ACFI and the artist director of ACFI were there. And of course they were there just to drop in, visit, and see how that little booth was doing. And of course, chill. I got those ACFI official cards, and I went ahead and passed them around to the people who didn't go to the table. Any furry or furry-like person who's walking around with a tail or a fursuit, I went ahead and went up to them and cutely gave them the card using the paws. Literally, 4-finger paws. Try to hold one single business card in here. You can't. You really can't. Though, I do just that, and some of them didn't even hear about the local convention here in San Antonio, which shocked me a bit because I've been trying my best to advertise ACFI ever since I got onto the advertising team. That was quite a surprise, but overall, I know some people are bound to not know about the ACFI convention, and I want every San Antonio furry to know, but we'll see. Anyhow, after I do that, walk around the mall a bit, take a picture with the friends, and meet up with friends that I didn't even know. In person. I went ahead and went back to the ACFI table, and I couldn't take a break because it turns out, several people who, how do I put it? Have it out for me. There we go. Several people who have it out for me are at the table, and I'm like, no, I prefer not to confront these people just yet. So I decided to go take a 180 turn and go walk around more and take my break elsewhere because I prefer not to have conflicts. So I do just that and go take a break at a bench in an isolated place. And then I found a corner. Yes, a corner, a very exciting corner. This corner had no people in it. I was like, okay, this is the start of my convention video. And as you just saw, I went ahead and used my phone camera to record a little vlog type thing with my DSLR in my hand, because by then I decided to take pictures in fursuit. Yes, I was doing photography in fursuit. I'll go ahead and link it below if I remember. And overall, I feel that photography in fursuit is I pictured it to be more difficult, but turns out it's a little bit easier than I imagined, but still, it is difficult because of the limited vision. But once with practice, I feel I'm gonna get better with that. Okay, so once I do that little video saying, yo, I'm at Minicon, I'm gonna do a mini video, etc. I get out of that little corner and then I start walking around again. And this time I film myself walking around, doing a little thing where, you know, furries do, record themselves, record their surroundings, etc. The little classic thing. And then afterwards, I go back to the table, and finally, they're gone. So I went ahead and took off the suit and rested for a bit. Okay, so after I rested for a bit, it was around 1 or 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and Werewolf was coming up. So I was like, okay, I want to go to Werewolf. Werewolf is basically Among Us, but like better. That's all I'm gonna say about it. So it's basically a card game, but it's like a live action social deduction game where you gotta determine who killed the villager, and it's a series of questions, etc. It's a fun game. I highly recommend it. The South Texas board games people do that. I would say I'll link them below, but we'll see if I'll do that. Anyhow, around 3:30, I decided to go to the Werewolf Game, and after that, I spent the entire of my time at Minicon doing the Werewolf Game. I walked around already, I looked at the performance already, I basically did everything I wanted. So I spent the rest of my time at the Werewolf Game. Of course, the people who I have a special conflict with are still there, and I'm like, okay, tangent again. Mentally, I'm like, okay, I want to be cordial with them, and I want to be professional with them. I want to make peace with them. So after Minicon, I went ahead and messaged them. Of course, they leave me on red. Anyhow, they were there, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to let this impact my fun. So I do just that, and I interact with Werewolf. I do the Werewolf Game. I tried to do it in Fursuit, but it was difficult, so I decided to get out of Fursuit and just do the game normally. I saw a few high school friends there too, which was quite fun. Especially when one of them ended up being the werewolf. So after the whole Werewolf Game, it was 6:30, Minicon was over. So I finally was like, okay, time to put the suit away. So I do just that, put the suit away, and overall, it was a great experience. Fursuiting at Minicon, especially getting the photos with a bunch of friends, getting photos with a bunch of people I don't know, and getting photos with people who I came to know but haven't met in person, was splendid. I look forward to having my own fursuit with my own character. Again, this is Chaos's character. And overall, I want to display my own character personality. You see, it feels funny, especially being in this suit. I can't really make a personality for this character because it's owned by Chaos. I don't want to step and trod on a territory which I do not own. This is merely a borrowed suit, therefore I merely do borrowed things. But overall, it was great, and I can't wait till I get my suit, as I said before, because I have a lot of big plans, especially invading certain areas and invading certain businesses and recording it just for YouTube. Just for YouTube. And Instagram and Twitter. Anyhow, splendid times. Overall positive experience. Minicon 2022 was a huge blast and vibe, and I feel the organizers did great on organizing it after COVID. This was the first Minicon that was a full-blown Minicon convention. And it wasn't like 2021 where it was Minicon Light where they simply reduced a lot of things. They went full-blown on this Minicon and made everything way great. Sure, it wasn't 2 days, but it was worth it for that one day, which was splendid. And I really appreciate the organizers for organizing this convention, as it was splendid and I absolutely enjoyed it. Especially suiting. Suiting was a splendid experience and a dream come true, especially after a few years of wanting that fursuit. So thank you, Kel, for making that dream possible, and I really appreciate you for letting me borrow this splendid suit and letting me borrow the character itself and walking around, interacting with people, and getting positive vibes. I enjoy making smiles on people's faces, and overall I want people to feel that positivity a fursuit brings them. Whether it's a child looking up at a dragon saying, "Hey, I like that dragon. Maybe I should become a furry," or "Hey, I like this dragon, I want a picture with it." Or if it's a child screaming, running away because they're afraid of a big scary dragon approaching them slowly. It's a wonderful experience overall. Sure, making kids cry is kind of a sour thing to do, but it's part of the hobby, and as long as you handle it well and feel remorse, you're good. Alrighty, I think that was my entirety of the Minicon experience, and I'm surprised this camera is still recording, which is splendid. As you can see, I actually improved the lighting a bit in this video, and I basically have a selfie light right next to me. And I feel if I was out of suit, I'd have one of those little, how do I put it? Shane Dawson ring light irises. But yeah, I don't know why he was the first one to come into mind. Anyhow, I say anyhow a lot, don't I? I think that's the majority of my video. There's really nothing else to talk about other than the Furmeets, but I'll save that for another time. This is also maybe the last time you'll see the suit in this channel. Hopefully. If Bev is not made. Bev will be made, hopefully, by that same maker. But, yes, thank you, Chaos, again, for letting me borrow the suit. I appreciate it. And, yeah. And I also, as I always say, stay unique. Wait. There's one more thing I should be saying. Be yourself, yeah, that's it. Don't let drama drag you down. Be yourself, continue to be yourself, and look to the future. That's what I've learned in these past few months, especially being a furry. That's what I'm going to say at the end of this video. Stay yourself. And as I always say, stay unique, be truthful, and have a fur-tabulous day. Beviraku, signing off. Boop! told you I'll have that ring little light. Look at that. Right there. Ring light. I'm gonna enjoy having 2 videos on my channel with an actual fursuit. I look forward to future fursuit content. If you stay to the end, I'm surprised you're actually seeing human me in a hot minute. Alrighty, be sure to have a great day, and as I said, always be yourself. Don't let drama drag you down, because I let it drag me down for a bit, and I realized I need to be myself. So I went ahead and chose to be myself. I'm not letting drama dictate me anymore, and I am going to flourish now. Alrighty, have a great, wonderful day, and be safe.